Alright, next on the flanking and camping and just weird positions is the Karachi. And this is going to have to be a 2 or maybe even 3-part video because there's just a lot of crap on this map that I feel like I need to show. There's this is probably my least favorite map. It would have been really a good map, except for it's so unbalanced and so messed up, and we'll talk about why probably in one of the next videos, because this first one is going to be all about the flanking and how to get around with that. And first, since one of the common spawn areas is right back here on the C flag area, just trying to stick to the outside at first, standard kind of thing that you're used to. If you want, you can come up here, avoid. If the map just started, as soon as you get to this area, just kind of slow up a little bit. A lot of people like to run down that tunnel. And you can come upstairs if you want. Just, you know, try to scope out some people who like to be over here. Or if you decide to circle around. But I'm making the assumption that you still wanted to run around the edge of the map, and you can just come around the back here, get a quick view, because a lot of people do like to sit over here just waiting. I recommend checking right in here first before you do anything else. And if it doesn't look like there's anyone downstairs, come up the ladder and start checking upstairs. It's pretty common to end up sneaking up on people here by accident. Oh, and just to point out, since I'm actually pretty easily distracted, just like in Invasion, you can so shoot the ceiling fans. And also like in Invasion, you cannot shoot the lights. But yeah, you know, sneak up on a couple people. There's usually, between on top of that building, through those windows, and along that area right here, there's generally a small skirmish most of the game. So if you can, just sneak around into this building, use the windows and all the cover in here to use your advantage. You can pretty much be protected from wherever you want, get a good line of sight on anyone out there. And after you kill someone, you can run behind the building. And if you're running tac-insertions and you feel like spawning here the whole time, since there is generally something going on, this either in the building or just back behind this dumpster or something is not a bad spot for one. Generally, if they're trying to spawn lock people, there's going to be people on this roof, and if you come from this approach, odds are they're going to see you. I found a better way to go around this is to sneak up on them from the other side, just kind of come in behind them. I mean, sometimes there's people watching it, so you still have to watch out and be careful, but it's a lot less common for them to be watching that approach. And kind of like Invasion, if you're running the Cold Blood Silencer kit, it's you have a little more free roam than you do other maps. There's a lot of cover within all the buildings and everything like that. You can just kind of wander around. I wouldn't recommend just running right at them. Still take it slow, still like use the UAV to your advantage. But you can really just go almost anywhere if it looks like their team is huddled up, you can sneak around any way you want. So this is a pretty good map to run the cold-blooded on. This always confuses me. Bullets bounce right off of it because it is solid. Except, you know, the whole not being solid at all. Which, now that I think about it, that's probably how a lot of enemies seem to work. They're solid enough to shoot me, but then all of a sudden they're not solid because my bullets go right through them. So, yeah, these little barrier, I can't think of the words right now, is the example of what enemies are like in this game. Oh, I didn't even mention this area, did I? Occasionally people like to snipe from up here, watch out for that, but coming up there is actually a pretty handy little spot. You know, get a good view on people running around. And if there are snipers up here, and you can say you're coming from over here, there's a staircase back here as well that you can just run behind them. That's pretty common knowledge, but I have seen a few people who don't know about that staircase, so I figured I'd show that. That's right. Some places like to sell fruits and soccer balls because they go together so well. And since I'm obviously starting to ramble on, I think I'm just going to say that's pretty much it. You know, stick to the outside in the beginning, but after that, it's kind of whatever the hell you want. Karachi is pretty forgiving on just about any playstyle. But for the next video, definitely. I'm not sure if there's going to be a third part yet, but the next video is really what I want to focus on with this map because it's pretty bad. So stay tuned for that.